Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
The mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Watson just beating the play clock. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You see it all day. Pick.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Geronimo Allison, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Set. Like an egg. Your track.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 24. Let's go. Let's go. Do you tighten up?
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
From the gun, here's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. This is Jones. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, some strong running. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
On first and 10, Watson flushed out right. He'll find Metcalf, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dean Lowry able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big